One of the big things that we notice, again, we work, especially when we work with the roofing industry, replacement windows, like we said, plumbing, electricians, HVAC. One thing that we're noticing within the industry, and I think we can all unfortunately, thank HGTV and TLC for all of this, but over the last 10 years, we've really seen a rise in that DIY content. That mentality is like resonates from every corner of this country, and it's something that everyone's kind of dealing with. How is that like culture, or how is that mentality, that DIY mentality, kind of affected you guys and the conversations that you have to have?
If my competitors or if the industry as a whole is zigging, then I got to zag, right? I can't do what they're doing. So what do they do was kind of my follow-up question to you. And what I've seen that they do is, they resist it and they want to justify it and they want to build value and they want to do all the things they can do to show, wow, that's not a good idea. I'll embrace that and I'll actually promote that. So when I'm meeting with a homeowner and my team, the same thing, we're going to identify things as a professional and through our training that you as a homeowner aren't going to necessarily identify. That doesn't mean we're trying to sell you all that stuff. I may not even do air sealing, or I may not even do roof repair, but I'm going to show you how. I'll write directions on how to do it. I'll give you the YouTube links. Like, hey man, like you air seal, this could really improve the quality of air that you're breathing right now with all the fires in Northern California, everything else that's going on. What we can do is, air seal this up. This is something that you could pay us to do, but it's really not that hard. You seem pretty handy. We could put this on your honey-do list, right? And you guys do it. If you have questions, call me. I'll walk you through it step by step. So you're not going to beat it, right? Good luck competing with YouTube. So I do repairs around the house. What do? I YouTube it, right? We did a lift on my son's Jeep. I'm not a mechanic. We YouTubed it, right? And we figured it out. It took us 3 days versus 8 hours, but we got it, right? So, embrace it, and just knowledge is power. And so if you put the customer first, if you put people above profits and you just try to serve, if I help you out with this minor repair right now, and it's going to lead, I'm going to build a relationship. And that relationship is going to continue to blossom based off of trust and knowing that I'm not trying to get into your wallet as much as I'm trying to help you out. And if I'm always trying to truly help you out with the right intentions, a clear conscience is always the softest pillow. If I'm always doing the right thing at all times, then at that point, it's going to come back. It will come back. And again, not everybody, if they saw this part online for $7 and you're charging me $149, by all means. If you're not comfortable with it, we don't do any repairs without your authorization. If you're not comfortable with it, by all means, be happy to let you do that on your own. Now, we also explain to them the in-depth process, like the warranties on the equipment when you do work yourself, the licensed contractor, as well as, we're here, we have the part, we dispatch the truck that costs fuel and insurance. And so you obviously, what do you think it's worth? Let's have that conversation. For this service, for us to back it and uphold the warranties, what do you think it's worth? Let's start there. Maybe they think a $30 discount is more than fair. Okay, let's talk about that. Is a 30, and so just have an intelligent conversation with people.